Okay. So just now object reference dot non-static method you are going to call. Then, so execute this. See, this is the non-static you are calling under main method. So then execute it. So the code will execute it. You are not getting it directly. You cannot call. If you call without object reference, see that it will throw error. What is the error? Read this. Cannot make a static reference to the non-static method. Typecasting demo from type non-static members demo class. Okay, so that's why you have to use object reference. You have to use object reference. So you have to use object reference. That's it. Okay, so the next formula. So what is the next formula? How can you call non-static void parameterized method? So just call object references NSM OBJ. So NSM OBJ dot. So swap with a third variable. So 10, 70. That's it. So just call this, execute the method. See that? First, initially x value 10, y value 70. After swapping, x value 70, y value 10. So this is the swapping logic you need to remember. Next. So how can you call return type non-static method under main method in the same class? This is the one. See. See, how can you call return type methods? We have return type methods, these two, right? Get random integer value, get max value. See, what is the return type of this method? What data it is returning?
Int, sir.
Int. So, right, int. See, the data type of the method, which data this method is returning. So that the data type you write. Then variable name. So I can write rand number equal to object references NSMOBJ dot get random integer value. So semicolon. Okay. So that is the get random integer value. And print the value, because this method is giving output. That output you are storing in this variable, and you can print it if you want. You want to know what value is there in this variable. So you can just print it. Random number is plus see that 18 is printed. So if you run one more time, the next time different random number you will get it. So 54, you got it. Okay. So this is how you can call the, see, void methods you are calling directly. Return type methods, you are calling with object reference and storing them into some variable. And that variable you can use below anywhere, wherever you want that output. This method output you want, you can call this variable below anywhere. Next, how to call return type non-static method in the print statement. This out, and you can say max value is NSM obj dot get max value, and you give max numbers, whatever you want. One random number I can give, remaining I can give a different value. See, variable how to call in the method. I'm passing the local variable or a variable, global variable as an argument. I can pass L1 also here. Out of these two, which one is bigger? And I want to get it. See, why it is throwing error? What is the reason? What is the reason? Read, man.
Cannot make a static reference to the non-static.
Random number is a static.
L1 is a random number, is a non, so it's a local variable. L1 is a non-static. Okay. Non-static you cannot call directly, right? Non-static, how you can call?
Yeah, using the object.
Using object reference. Use the object reference dot L1. See, now the error is solved. Anywhere, it's a method argument. It doesn't matter if it is a non-static stuff. You have to use object reference, mandatory. This is a local variable. That's why I can use local variable as an argument also, method argument. For this method, I need to pass two types of arguments. This one. Okay. Yeah. So let's execute the output. Always it will show 150 because so we are printing here only always a random number 1 to 100 only, right? So that always this will be a maximum. And then next one, variables how to call. So this how can you call the variables? Different variables I want to call, all non-static variables. How can you call in the main method? So long or double result equal to, see, I'm going to use different variables. So F I'm going to call plus NSM obj dot L1 I can call, random number I can call. See, different things I call, and I'm storing this output in this local variable. So just print that. But how you are calling the non-static variables, please catch that. How we are calling F and L1 with object reference. See, this is the output. You got it. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So that's all about how to call non-static variables in the main method, how to call return type methods in the print statement, how to call return type methods in the variable, how to store output, the method output, how to store in the variable, how to directly call the return type method in the print statement. So I have shown you, and how to pass arguments, local variable and also instance variable, how to call in the method parenthesis. So I have shown you. Next one is this class same methods, how to call in another class of same package. The second scenario, what we did for the static. Scenario one, any questions? Same package. That's it. So how to call non-static members in another class of same package. So meaningful class name you can give, it's up to you. And let's call. So I'm not going to create anything anymore here. I'm going to reuse these methods, reusability. Reuse these methods in this class. Okay. So let's see that all detailed methods given here. Right. So detailed methods, how to call non-static members in another class of same package. So what is the first thing? Create object for the class. So what is the syntax? Class name, object reference equal to new class name. So that's the, so if you want, I'll just write until you are perfect on this, how to create object for the class. Or I'll write a create object for the class. Which class we need to create object? This class or which class members you are calling? Which class you need to create object now? This class doesn't have any members.
The class which we are going to access the.
Yeah, the class which, so this class members we are accessing. So this class you need to create object. So this class using new keyword. The syntax is class name, object reference equal to new class name. So the class name, just paste there. Class name, NSEMD OBJ, new class name. Now again, procedure is same. Once you create object, in this memory address, all the non-static variables methods will go and store there. So this line will create a memory. This is the object. That object pointing to this variable. This variable is pointing to this object. So that's why this is called reference variable. This is referring to this object. That's why this got a name, reference variable, reference of object. So call this. How to call non-static variable. First one, non-static variable we are going to call. So object reference. So this is the object reference. So which are visible, those things you can call CF L1 output is visible. Remaining things are not visible. So I can call F. But this is the value, right? So this is directly you're getting a value. So value, I can print it, or I can use in the calculations. Plus F variable value. F value, I'll just put. Okay. Then you can execute it. Now, what is the value of value? You should get a F value here. See, 15.5 is the F value. So how can you call one class non-static void method in another class? So can we have a permissions for this or no? Do we have permissions for this? So just see that what is the permission. So private. So you don't have permission. What we need to do? We need to change the permission. But can you access? First see that. With this object reference, can you access the typecasting demo? See, it's not there at all in the memory. Because it's read, so memory it will be there, but permission is not there, used by other class because of private. So in order to access that, you change the permission to public. I'm changing to public. So now it is going to be visible. See, it's visible now. I just put a control space bar. Automatically you will get. You don't need to type also. First two letters you write and control space bar you press. The method will show in the panel, or if it is only one, you will get directly. Object reference dot. Because this object inside this method, it is one of the member. That's why you are getting. There is the all the values. Next, how can you call parameterized void method? If you want document comment, I don't want, I want a multi-line comment. So just call multi-line comment. Multi-line commenting. Just see that object reference dot swap with third variable. So swapping, so I can give 55, 90. So just call this, just calling the methods one by one. So easy, because if you follow the formulas, life is going to be very easy. Okay, it's going to be very easy. So next one, return type method, how to call. See, data type of the method, same structure. I'm not changing anything. Same structure. So you can give. Can I use now this this method in this class? This method, return type method. What is the access modifier here?
Default.
So default can be used in the same package in another class. Can we use or not default?
Yes, sir.
Same package
Yes.
another class. Yes, right. We can use.
Yes, sir.
So int and variable name rand num equal to object references nsm d obj dot get random integer value. And so you can just call this random number is You can just print, or you can use this variable because it has a value. The random number is there stored here, and you can reuse it wherever you want. See 59 now random number. Every time new number it will generate. So next, how to call return type non-static method in the print statement. So you can just call get max value. Max value is NSM OBJ. So NSMD OBJ dot. What is that method name? Get max value method. You have already in the panel. Then choose it. So I can give some number here. 25L. So 82 is the bigger one. That's a random number. And 25 is the small. Okay, so that's all about same package, another class how to call. Now, what is the third scenario, last scenario? How to call one package non-static members in another package. So what is the procedure? What is the first thing you have to do? What is the first step? I told you, if you're one package class members, if you're calling in another package, what is the first thing you have to do?
Import, sir.
Import is the first step you have to do. Then if it is a non-static, create object then. So first, so just let's call this, create a new class, call instance members in another package class. Call one package class, right? One package class instance members in another package class. Just give that. First thing, you create object for the class, okay? But import you can do automatically, it will take import statement. To create object for the class. But which members you can call? Which members you can call now? Only which are having which access modifier?
Public, sir.
Public. Using new keyword. So how can you do again? Class name, object reference, OBJ reference equal to new class name. So the class name is, so what is the class name? This is the class name. New class name. See, it's throwing error. Why? The class has a public, right? The class has a public. Then why it's throwing error? Mouse over. See, it is saying non-static member demo cannot be resolved to a type. So first thing, can you see this? Import. You have to do a import. Import it. Import package name dot class name. See, this error is gone. So then you can, again, procedure is same. The procedure is same. So again, so third scenario, right? Scenario 3. So what is scenario 3? How to call one package class non-static members in another. So same formulas. First I'll call the non-static variable. So you have to nmobj dot, only L is visible. Remaining are not visible because they don't have a permission. So that's it. nmobj dot L1. You can call all of them. So let's execute this. See 150 value, you're going to get it. Next, so non-static void method. So calling non-static void method. Then again, object reference dot non-static void method. So formulas are similar. So once you extra, you're getting here import. If you cross the package, remember always first do the import. Or you are while creating object itself for this class, it will ask you to import. Okay, so that's the how you can do the import. Dot typecasting demo. So then call parameterized method. Call parameterized. Calling parameterized non-static void parameterized method. So you have to give p1 value, comma p2 value. That's it. So object reference is nmobj dot swap, because this has a public access modifier. That's why. Okay, so next you execute this. See, and 80 45 45 80 80 45. Then return type method, how to call. So formulas are similar. Okay, formulas are similar, no change in that, but this doesn't have a permission. We have to give a permission for this, so it cannot be accessible now. So I'm going to give public access modifier. Just give data type is int, rand number equal to nm obj dot get random number. You can call any return type method in this format I'm saying. Sorry, you're calling only this one. You can even get max value also, you can store here. You call the which method, which return type method you want to call, that you can prepare it here. Okay. And print the value. So random number is Okay, so next. Max value is so get max value is not visible because protected. Protected is not accessible if it is not inherited. So we didn't inherit that. So let's go and change the permission for this also. So I'm going to change it to public. Get max value. So if you want random number, and I can give other number values. So you can give so whichever the value first you want. So I want to say here one thing, you can call return type method either in the print statement or in the variable. But when you can call in the print statement, when you can call in the variable. When you can do that. No idea? Let me give you. So the method output you're storing in a variable means instead of calling this multiple times, you want to use this method output in multiple below multiple places. I used it here. I cannot write this big every time, right? Instead of that, I will store in one local variable, and that variable I can use in all the places. No need of everything. It won't change, right? It won't change. If you call method will generate every time new value. I don't want that. I want only one time you generate and use that value. Such cases you store in a variable. Otherwise, you just want to print this method output. Then you take the print statement inside that method. So you don't want to store. You just want to print it, the output, method output. Then you take a print statement. Can I call void methods in the print statement?
No.
Not possible. You should not do that. If you do, you will get error. Then what is the object reference value? How do you know object reference value? How do you get object reference value? So there is an object class method, hash code method. You call on the object reference, the hash code method, it will give you the memory address. So let's call that return type. Again, return type method. Hash code is a return type method in the object class. Return type non-static method. See, this formula you have to use again. This formula. It's a very, very, very famous method. Multiple times you will use this formula. Now this hash code also I'm using this formula. The hash code returns integer. So memory address val equal to nmobd object dot hash code. See that hash code which class it is available? Object class. And so what is the return type of this method? Integer. Clear? How can you get the object address? You have to call on that object reference, the hash code method you have to call. If you call hash code method, that will give you the memory address. So this is how you can get it. So this is the memory address. Okay. Every time if you run also same memory address will be there. It won't change. See, same memory address. So that's how to get the memory address of this variable, because this variable has a value. What is the value? This memory address, this heap memory object, right? This heap memory object address is stored in this variable. Is this a local variable or a global variable, this one? Global variable or local variable?
Local, sir.
Local variable. Very good. It's a local variable. Why all are silent? See, this is the data type, variable name, assignment operator. The right side is the value. I don't know why you are not catching these points. These basics are crucial. Okay, that's all for the day, and we'll see tomorrow new topic, that is control structures. Okay, control structure topic we'll see tomorrow. Any questions before closing? Venkat, you joined very late. What happened, sir?
Sir, power cut, sir. Power cut.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, please go through the video. Okay, so this is a very important topic.